So I want you to welcome Dave Frost.
Thanks, Vic. How many of you guys had New Year's resolutions that you made? Not too many, huh? Gosh, you guys had really good years last year. Don't want to make any changes, huh? Okay, let's talk about resolutions, though. That's what people do at the beginning of the new year. They want to do something different. They want to improve on something. They want to make something of themselves. You know, they're not satisfied with how everything went the year before, so they try to make improvements, and those are called resolutions. So I put some ideas for resolutions that you might want to consider trying to adopt for yourself this year at the Academy, okay? I got a couple of typos in here, but that's my mistake. So let's start with the first one. A. A in Academy is for action. A lot of people just think or consider or, you know, look and watch, and they don't really do the things that they need to do. They don't take action. Okay, if you don't take action, nothing happens, all right? The people who take action are the ones that get things done in this world. As I say here, there are three types of people in the world. Those that make things happen. Those are the guys who run the country and run the businesses and run the corporations and run the academy, and they're the ones that are in charge of things. They make things happen. They take action. Then there's pretty much the rest of us, the rest of you. You kind of watch what happens. You just kind of join the group. Kind of just see, well, this is what people are doing, I'll do that. You know, you just watch what happens and become a part of it. Then there's the third category. You don't want to be the last category. Those are the ones that don't know what the heck's going on, and something happens and they're like, what happened? You know, they watch the world go by. When they're 40 years old, they're still acting like they're 15. They never grow up. They don't get it. They say, what happened? Their life is over, they don't know whatever happened to them. So try to be in that first category. You want to make things happen, okay? It's going to make you a better ball player and a better person. C is for control. You need to have self-control, okay? That means controlling your mind. It all starts in your head. If your mind is not in control, your emotions won't be in control, and you're gonna be out there playing baseball, going up and down emotionally like a yo-yo. You have to get in charge of your habits. Some of you got really good habits. Some of you probably got a few bad habits. The more bad habits you have, the worse things are going to go for you. If you've got a bad habit, try to get rid of it now. The older you get, the more it'll become a part of your life, and the harder it will get rid of. You think when you're young that, you know, maybe you're not strong enough to handle things like that. And that you say, oh, well, when I'm older, I'll change. It doesn't work like that. As you get older, you keep wondering, well, when's this habit going to go away? It doesn't go away that easy. You're going to start early, trying to get rid of bad habits and developing good ones. You know, we're here at the Academy to try to teach you good habits in terms of work ethic, fundamentals, mental health, mental toughness, emotional control. All this stuff that we're doing here is trying to get you to get good sports habits. So you got to work on those and try to get rid of the habits that you don't like in yourself. And you all know what those are. I'm not going to mention anybody's particular situation. A is for attitude. You know, a lot of stuff goes on in your life that you can't do anything about. You know, I mean, you're just one person. I mean, there's this whole big world out there where things are happening that you have to watch and react to and deal with and all of that. But the one thing that you can control in your life, which is very, very important, is your attitude. Okay? Nobody can take away your attitude. You can have a good attitude or you can have a bad attitude. You know, there's people who have terrible things happen to them, but they have a good attitude because they choose to, and they get through it. Other people have everything in the world handed to them. They got everything on a platter, but they got a bad attitude and they screw it all up. So you want to have a good attitude. There's no way that you shouldn't, and you have that choice. You don't have to have a bad attitude. I don't care how bad your circumstances are, you're going to find a way to have a good attitude. Because you're in control of your attitude. And your attitude can control your destiny. Very important. And like it says here, if you have a good attitude, you're going to be a team player. That's one attitude choice you should make. Teams win ball games, not individuals. Imagine a team with 24 individuals. They don't talk to each other, they don't like each other, they don't care about each other. They're not going to win. They're not going to win. But you get a bunch of guys out there that are pushing each other and helping each other and encouraging one another. That's a good attitude. Teams win championships, not individuals. D. D is for discipline. Let me tell you, if you consider all the personal traits that you might have, probably the one that's the most powerful is discipline. If you've got self-discipline, strong self-discipline, and you can live your life the way you want to on your terms, and you do what you want to do because you got the discipline to do it, you're going to be way ahead of everybody else. Most people don't have very good self-discipline. That's why we develop bad habits, that's why people procrastinate, that's why people are lazy, that's why a lot of bad things happen because we don't have self-discipline. So if you can develop self-discipline, which again is up to you, and only you, you're going to be so far ahead of everybody else, you're going to look back and say, man, that's the best move I ever made was to become self-disciplined. So work on that. You'll be way ahead of everybody else you compete against in life. Effort. E is for effort. How hard are you willing to work? You know, some guys come out here and go through the motions, some guys come out here and work pretty hard, some guys come out here and work real hard, and some guys are complete maniacs about how hard they work. I mean, there's a whole spectrum of effort, you know, from the guys who are just hanging out and kind of being lazy to those guys who are giving it every single thing they have. So where do you want to fall on that continuum? You going to be a lazy guy? You going to be kind of a hard worker? Or are you going to work and give it everything you got? Of course, that's up to you again. Like I said here, you know, coaches and scouts and people who are evaluating you, they can't read inside you. They can't get inside your head. But they can notice things like hustle and effort. Are you running off and on the field? Are you running out pop-ups to the infield? You know, things like that. Show effort. You can only pay positive dividends for you down the road. M is for mental toughness. This is kind of the general theme of all these Saturday morning talks, mental toughness. That means having your mind strong and your emotions strong. You know, if you're going to make it to the top in this game, guys in the major leagues, you got to be mentally tough. You got to be able to go out there and play in front of 50,000 people. Do you think you can do that if you're not mentally tough? No. Do you think you can play 162 games without going crazy with all the ups and downs that come with playing baseball? No. You're going to be able to get along with your managers and teammates for 6 months if you're not mentally tough? Probably not. Mental toughness has to do with all the things we're talking about today. All of it. It's a general idea of mental toughness. The guys who are mentally tough make it to the majors. The guys who have a lot of skill, they don't have their heads on right, some of them never even get out of high school because they're so out of control. They lack mental toughness. But even along the way, AA, AAA, A-ball, the guys that have mental problems, not mental problems, but they don't have mental toughness, it shows up. And those are the guys who don't make it. So everything equal, talent being equal, the guy who's more mentally tough is the one who's going to make it. That's just the way it is. So finally, last one here is why. And why is for you, okay? A little bit earlier I was talking about not being a selfish player, and I agree with that, but when I say you here, I mean I want you, each of you, to take responsibility, okay? It's a big word, but it's a powerful word too. It's so easy to blame others in this world. We're always pointing the finger. Coach didn't let me play. Coach didn't like me. Teacher didn't like me. Somebody told me to do something. I didn't want to do it, they made me do it. You know, all these kind of excuses that we make, they're no good. If you take the responsibility and put it on you, you're not going to blame anybody else. You're going to work harder to get the thing done, whatever it is, because you know it's up to you. You're not going to blame somebody else if things don't work out. If they don't work out, they don't work out, but don't blame anybody. You take responsibility to do everything you can to the best of your ability, and you're going to be in good shape. Blaming others never accomplishes one thing. Okay? So I hope you guys take these home and read them, and study them, and see which ones apply to you more than others. Try to learn how to do these things, and you're going to be better off in 2014. Okay? Thanks. Bye.